Hey guys, new video here. It's gonna quickly feed the discus, and what I'm doing now. Before I used to just put the food in, just defrost. It's frozen food. So what I used to do is I just defrost it and take a little of the warm aquarium water and defrost the frozen food here. But what happens is that that food is actually there's like coloration in the water, and it actually makes the water really it colors the water like red or something like that. So after 2 days of cleaning the tank or a day of cleaning the tank, the water would actually be a slight tinge of red due to the bloodworms, the liquids from the frozen bloodworms. But that's not kind of what the update is about today. The update is I thought about this for a little bit too. I just don't have time for this discus tank anymore because it requires just a little bit too much work, and it's constantly falling apart. Um, you know, yeah, this requires a little bit too much work. These fish are super awesome, you know. So I've decided to sell the discus tank if I can, I hope. And so what I'm gonna do instead is that 20 long that I was gonna use for the experiment tank. I'm gonna put that here instead. So let's go in that. Let's go in that room. So this 20 long will go there instead. So I think this is a little bit more manageable, and I won't buy. So it'll probably just be a nano fish slash shrimp, and I'll put my cull shrimp into this tank. So this tank is going where that discus tank used to be. Gonna set up the new type of filtration in this one too. So what I'm going to do with the proceeds from the discus sales, I'm actually gonna go full on into um, growing aquatic plants and shrimp for profit. So I'm gonna set up a rack here of 4 or 5, probably 4, um, 63 quart or 15 or 16 gallon plastic totes, clear totes, and so one on each level, at least 4, if not 5, and because the totes themselves are gonna be, it's only gonna be like 6 inches deep or something like that, about 6 inches deep. I can actually use that to maximize, and I'm gonna buy shop lights above them, so I can use that to maximize growing of plants and also of the shrimp as well. So that's what I'm gonna do. So that's kind of, and I thought about doing this before. I actually always wanted to start a hat, not a nursery, or like just kind of a plant growing nursery, shrimp nursery. So it'll be Neocaridina at to start, and I might add another rack later for Caridina shrimp. So that's the plan. As soon as I sell that discus tank, I'm gonna put that money into buying that and move this tank. So this tank has not. I bought this tank almost a month and a half ago, and I just didn't have the time and the opportunity um, to use it. So, and the reason why I'm not doing 4 shelves of 20 gallons is because it's just, I think my assumption is that because the totes, and this obviously this is a plastic tote, so it's not really for the pleasure of looking at it. It's more for the pleasure of just raising, just doing it right. Growing really nice plants without CO2, by the way, and also breeding shrimp in. And I believe because the totes are only 6 inches, the light penetration will be maximized um, for the plants and also for the shrimp as well. So that's my thought on it. So that's what I'm gonna do. Um, and just a quick update on the shrimp tank. So so basically, this shrimp the aquascape's kind of, this one's not too bad, but this one really just exploded. A lot of these Bloody Marys are buried. As you can see, this one right there, that's super buried. I saw some baby shrimp in here already, but I haven't seen them since. So I assume they're just floating around doing their thing and hopefully growing. Unfortunately, two of the shrimp here did die, but the females are buried in this one as well. So I'm hoping that those shrimp will get replaced by the new ones. Not on that one, but it's really hard to figure out where they are. They are buried though. I've seen a couple. They're usually on the filter mats there. So in terms of what I feed the baby fish, I've just been dosing every single day some Bacteria E. This is a supplement. And in terms of feeding the shrimp themselves, that shrimp king complete is almost unnecessary because there's so much biofilm and in this tank and in this side also that like there's just food that's left uneaten because there's just too much biofilm. They just prefer to eat that instead. Um, so I would just feed like a really small bit once a day, or sorry, one time once every 2 days, and that would be enough. So anyway, but that's the update. As soon as I sell that discus tank, we'll get the build going. You maybe can follow along as I try to venture into the aquarium plant and shrimp business. And the initial focus, I think, and I actually don't want to ship fish, so I think the focus will be just shrimp and shrimp related plants. So a lot of mosses, a lot of guppy grass, maybe some dwarf water lettuce, some duckweed. This is really easy to grow plants off the bat, because I'm only gonna have 4 totes, and each tote will only have one type of shrimp and one type of plant. So I'm thinking 2 mosses, guppy grass, and the other one would be probably um, yeah, maybe duckweed or some type of floating plant. So this is very big. So nothing you actually look at, but this one here that's gonna go into where this is tank is gonna go. That one would be obviously aquascaped to look nice in the living room. So that's the update. Hope everyone's doing well. Talk to you later.